Well, good morning. It is June 1st, and I thought that it would be a good time for me to do a catch-up. I guess I'm going to call this April and May, because I did a couple of videos in April, but I think I want to start doing a monthly catch-up. That way I can remind myself of what I've done as well as what I need to do. So more for me, but hey, you can follow along on the journey. I am officially Fran, and let's go take a walk. So, number one, of course, everything is pretty much starting to bloom up in the yard. We've had so much rain, so we should cut this grass again and get a nice green on it. One of the things that I did kind of get done, which was this area here was just like a wasteland. So we've started to place the plants. I got cardboard down and want to get this stuff all planted in here. Found myself another bleeding heart. I love bleeding hearts, y'all. That one is there. The hearts died off on it a little bit, but that's probably because I didn't plant anything. It's all just sitting in pots. Some of the bushes are actually planted, but I kept trying to figure out how I wanted this area to look. So we got that part done. The next thing that we did out here was, my husband cleaned front flower bed. Even though you can see the weeds coming back, there were a lot more than that. A couple of things over there in bloom. Our fruit trees out there, they starting to perk up and everything. But we have had a lot of rain. The other thing is we had like 10 of these bigger bushes, but some of them died. Well, they died. And so in April, it was like the 1-year warranty time. So I dug those bushes up and took them back, which is why some of them are big and some of them are smaller, because those are the replacement ones. Then we picked up a bunch of these really small ones to put in the back so that they kind of like offset to each other so that we can get that natural hedge going. We talked about getting rid of this one tree right here and getting another bush or something to put there in that spot, because that tree is just a mess and it's breaking up the look of everything. The other thing that we found those 3 bushes. I like those with the little yellow and reddish on the tips, so we flanked those right here in the front. Then I bought my pallet. Looks like this is one of the pallets that was just left in my yard. I bought it up, trying to figure out the area that I wanted my farm stand in. And this is pretty much the area that I'm going with. And then now I just have to figure out where I want the farm sign. And that's one of the things that I wanted to be done with by the end of May, which is June 1st, meaning that I missed that deadline. But I Farmstead sign out here on the road so that people can see it. But I couldn't figure out if I wanted to put it there in front of the bushes or hang it on one of these long trees that are standing here, which is not really a tree anymore, but I like them. So I was thinking that I would hang the farm sign off of that tree and hang it this way. That way when you're coming and going up and down the street, you can see it on both sides, as opposed to hanging it facing the road. Let me know what you think about that. So overall, I'm trying to think of what else did we do. We still got prom decorations up. So we had prom and graduation. Our daughter graduated from high school this year, class of 2024. Thank goodness that is our last baby or last child in the house. So we are done with that part of school. Here is the mock-up that sign. You see I got frustrated, so I just ate a bunch of Starburst. But let me get this out of the way so you can see what I was trying to do. Hold on. Clean up all my mess. Those are the leftover prom decorations. But I found this sign at maybe Hobby Lobby, and it was 50% off. I did not want this. All I wanted was this tree. And then I bought this, I think that's a 24-inch circle. It's the solid wood. Let me see what this is. 30-inch live edge glued. But I bought this from Menards, 30-inch. And then I bought this, I think it ended up being $14. Because what I want is to cut this out of this frame, I just want the tree. I love this tree with these roots on it. So I'm thinking about using the tree and then putting our farm name on top of it. My husband gave me the idea of putting this tree here and burning around it so that we have that, basically use that as a stencil. So I'm playing with both ideas. I really like the burn idea, and I also like it to have it on there this way, but I only have one. So the burn idea may be the better idea. So that's where we are with the farm sign. I did put some pretty flowers. I'm hoping next year to grow my own and not go buy them, but I love the nursery around the corner. And then I made these little planters up to flank the garage. I got one there and I got one there. That was one fern. That was $24. And then that was one flower basket, which was also $24. I took the fern, cut it in half, took the other flower, cut it in half, and just basically shoved them into a pot together, into this one standing pedestal pot that I bought from Home Depot. I have been wanting those pedestal pots for a long time. I used to pay $79 for them, and they were actually on sale for $49, which I figured if I was going to get them, I might as well get them now. We have, oh, this is what I finally got the privacy fence up over our backyard gate on this side. I still have this side to do. That's some old privacy fence that we had at our other house that we bought over here for some reason. I don't know. But I am going to take that stuff and flip it over here on this side because I want the dog ear facing the front of the street. So kind of finished with it, not completely finished with it. But that's pretty much how the projects go. I really hate this chain gate. It drives me crazy. Then I had to put this mesh over the top part of the gate because our dogs, again, it's almost 2 years. They figured out that they could climb up and climb through that way. So we pretty much just come around here to see when they figure stuff out, and then we fix it. We knew sooner or later they would get through that. So back over here to this fence, I'm going to take only 4 panels, and one of them is half damaged. But I'm going to take those panels, flip them over here on this side, and then I'll repair the broke in the one panel. I also was finding these pallets, these really thick base rubber pallets. I have a project that I want to do for that. I'm going to attempt to do a floating deck, but instead of using the wood pallets, I wanted those sturdy. They won't rot, so I'm going to try that. We also cleaned a pile in our yard on the other side, which I'll go and show you, but we put the stuff that we thought was going to be trash. We kind of stage it here in this area, so it's closer to the gate when we need to load it up to move. I also built this tool stand. I saw something like this at Menards. They had it low to the ground. They also had the lattice at the top and the bottom. I have some lattice sitting around here, so I just threw that together. I may put another piece at the bottom of that so that it can hold everything so that the poles don't wander. But that's all scrap wood and a cheap storage hack. Works great for me. Now, and over here in putting this fence in, these posts were already in because it has this welded wire fencing on it. So I just attached to that with 10 footers, and then I put my pickets on. I buy the individual pickets most of the time as opposed to the gates because it allows me to do other things. I was thinking about putting a design in here, and if I do, I'll remove the pickets from the middle and place kind of something like that tree. Something like that I can put right in that spot. But I also felt that this fence, because it's the front, was a little bit weaker. So I dug another hole, and I'm going to put another post there. And because these posts are on the inside, it'll make it easy for me to put this post here and then go to the other side and attach it. So I don't mind that. We have those posts all around here because of the fences, that welded wire fences everywhere. But I also, along with finding these pallets on Facebook Marketplace, I found a supplier of the cedar posts. So I bought a pallet of those, which is, I believe, is 85 posts at a really good price. So I have them sitting in the back, and I've been going in and filling in the spots so that when I move that fence around here, it has a place to land on. And with all the rain that we've had, now it's time to cut the grass again. Let's go over here to the garden so I can update you on what I've done over here in the garden area. Ooh, Lordy. So the number one thing that I did in the garden area, which I don't even remember how much of it that I've been filming, but I put a fence or some wire fencing around the entrance to the garden area to stop the dogs from coming in. I built this gate last week, and I'll have a video showing how I put a simple, easy build gate together, stuck some wire on it, put some hinges on it, and now that's totally blocked off. I burned it, of course, so that I can keep my color scheme going. And of course, the only thing I didn't burn is my posts and stuff, because these posts were actually posts that were around the yard. So I'll either go back, because it's annoying me to see the post be the different color when all I have to do is burn it. So at some point I'll go back and burn it, but it's really not a priority. I put this little latch on here, and I also put this piece here to stop the gate, as well as this piece to stop the dogs from pushing the gate in. So, and then it's automatically closing. I had this broken planter that I set here. I'm going to put some flowers in it. And I found some of the other junk that I've been buying throughout time and just sticking away. So here's my little rain gauge. There's a little temperature gauge thingy-do. Here in the middle of this flower of my garden bed area, this is where the septic tanks are. But our septic field is in the back. So this is just where they come to pump out and clean out and stuff. So I can't cover that or do much around it. But I keep tripping over it. So what I did was I got some raised bed. These are bed frames that we don't use. And I kind of just set my plants here for now, as well as a blocker to keep me from tripping over it. I still have all of my black landscape stuff down, and I have not decided if I was going to put rocks here yet or not. I kind of like it just like this because of all of these different pieces of stuff that fall. I don't want to be consuming myself with trying to keep the rocks clean, and I know me, I will be. And with this stuff, I can just blow this off. That's sitting here in the garden, plant stuff up there and just use the sink. But I added this box, this little deck box out here. I found this I think I was at Sam's Club when I bought this one. And I needed something for storage over here, because when the dogs were getting over here and I would have my like blood meal and stuff up on the counter, they were tearing my bags up. So this gave me a way also to clean my counter up and put everything inside of here. I think this storage shed was maybe, I think it was like $129 or so. And it also flips up. I think it's actually meant, oh, I gotta open this. Flips up this way. I think it was meant to hold garbage cans or something, but I use it for what I want to use it for. Nothing is in this bed except the lettuce. I did put a pepper over there and an onion, so I need to get some stuff in this bed. But that's the same set of mini salad mix lettuce that's been growing since October. It's grown all through the winter in that bed. My worms, let me show you that. The worms are in there and they're active. You can even see let me see if I can get, I don't know if you can see down in there or not. Yeah, you can even see the worm compost that's in there, or the worm poop, whatever, that's in there, which is why I believe the lettuce has grown so good and continued to grow through the winter. My little doghouse greenhouse is over here. And all of these things are the things that need to get planted, because as you see, I'm starting to mess stuff up because it's not getting out here into the garden where it needs to be. So that's on the project list. Now, along my garden line until that last basket, or the pole before the clean pole, so this whole section here, I'm going to plant flowers. I ordered a set from Renee's nursery. They have these giant sunflowers, so they're in the greenhouse. I'm waiting on them to germinate, and I'm going to get them on that fence line. Those sunflowers are supposed to get 12 to 14 feet tall, and I want to see that for myself. I've seen other people do it, but if I can get them there, it would be beautiful. The other part of right here, I plan to put a privacy fence up here again, and then on the other side of the shed, another privacy fence that goes up until our green shed thing right there, for some privacy, as well as we're getting goats. And I don't want to turn on the electric fence. I do want the privacy fence there regardless, because I don't want you know, even though we're in an area where farming and animal keeping is okay, I don't want them to have any hard feelings over my animals. So I'll do everything that I can to be a good neighbor for that. So that privacy fence will keep our goats contained, even though they'll be fenced in. Even though they'll be fenced in this area next to the chickens. This will be the goat house. So this is a project that we have to work on, as well as the fencing here, along with the privacy fencing there and the privacy fencing there. Now over here, yes, rooster guy. Over here in this area is where the big pile of junk came from that's over by the other fence. This area just had a pile of just trash, all of that stuff. So we got this all cleaned out. Of course, we dug some more posts so that we can be ready to fence here. And then this area where there was this, I actually put a gate here. Well, I mean, yeah, kind of a gate. And again, scrap wood, scrap metal, something to put here, because that part is our property. So if we want to go, we still have that whole line right there. That way we have access to over there. So once we get this whole area here from the green fenced off all the way around, we're going to go all the way back 50 to 100 feet. And that will be the area for the chickens, the goats, everything in this one spot, if you know what I mean. Now, the next thing that we need to work on along with that is the chicken coop. Once you get them in, it's hard to go back and finish up if you don't finish up from the beginning. So I want to get this building, that building, everything painted in my black that I like, and get this all decorated out. I have another outside sink that I'm going to build right here so that we can clean off eggs and stuff right here when we collect them. We have to fix their waterers and feeders, which I have over in the garden where I built some more. But one of the things I want to show you is that the egg box, the one that I originally built, failed. So we went and bought these, except these chickens won't use it. Those are the fake eggs. They won't use this one. They're so nosy. Look at them. I also don't like that I can't see through this. Our other set of chickens on this side, they actually use their egg box. This will be full. Let's walk back here. The next thing I have to do is get, like I said, that fencing for the goats and the chickens is going to run around here and run all the way through the back of here. So we got to get this area cleaned up also now, which is last year's remnants from animals. Back here, we've done a lot more cleaning. I do need to get rid of that tree and that tree. They just need to go. I'll plant something else in that spot. But we're planning, as you can see from back here, this is our septic field in this hump right here. So we're going to bring the animal area all the way to back here. Now, up here on the septic mound, I planted pollinator seeds. And so those hopefully will start growing at some point. I'm going to put some more there and just keep piling them on using the assistance of USDA, because they paid for part of that. Now, this back area here, back to this is where I've been storing all of my stuff at. So there are the poles that I purchased there. There are some pallets. We got other things going on. What I'm thinking of doing is moving my storage area, as well as all of the storage stuff that I have in the barn that are like building materials, to the back side of this septic mound, because there's like 20 or 30 feet to the fence over there, as opposed to using up my yard, because this is good real estate that I can be using for something else. So I'm going to clean all of this stuff up and get it moved over there also. Now in this area over here, my husband started our in-ground garden, which is a bigger project in itself. But what we're trying to do is get a feel for where we want to put our high tunnel. And the high tunnel that we want to get is, I believe, a 20 or something, 20 feet wide, maybe 20 or 30 wide by 100. And that 100 ends about right here in this spot. So it would go from here all the way back We did plan to leave 10 feet around it on that side so that we can get the tractor around it in case we needed to. But we're not sure if we need to even get around it with the tractor on that side, or if we need to leave that much space. But he started his garden area here. I know he's got like some corn and watermelon. He's starting to put the rain barrels out because we actually go and get our municipality has a water station, and it's honestly cheaper to go down there and get some water and bring it back here and fill up our barrels and then use that. We get we have a 275 gallon tote that we use so far. We'll probably get another 1 or 2 of those at some point, but it costs like $2 to fill that 275 gallon tote up, which is amazing because I go to the store and buy the little cute 5-gallon bottles for my water machine, and it's like $5 or $6 for that. We do have that trip that we need to fix, or basically just pull it out and put some air in it so we can use that for hauling the water around. And that's some fencing that I got for back here in the woods area, which I'm hoping I can get back here quick enough before I run out of battery so that I can show you what I've been doing back there for the month, as well as this area here. Over here, we started clearing this site. This is going to be, started to clear this site out over here because this is where one of my domes is going to go. We'll have the one on this side of the creek and the one on the other side of the creek. But I was really getting in there and trying to get back up into that area. So I have this whole section to clear, and I'm trying to clear to these larger trees and just get rid of all of this stuff here. We also got to do a little cleanup on this side and then do something for some sort of privacy. But when we walk across on this side of the creek, so I've been doing work everywhere, y'all, just so you know. We've been all around here in different projects, hoping to, you know how you get tired of doing one thing, so you have to switch? That's pretty much what we do. And then at some point, we'll knock out a whole section. And so our hope is that by the end of June, we have all of that stuff that I just mentioned done up there. Because of the creek being here, I'll probably do the same thing on that side. I'm using these poles. I didn't buy these poles for nothing, and I knew I needed a lot of them, and I got delivery for free as well as 85 by buying the whole pallet, and I got a contact, so when I need more, I can get them again. That is priceless because I'll need a lot to go back in this here. So I'm gonna do an acre at a time, but we put these here so that no one walks into the creek. I don't know why you were walking to the creek, but okay, it's there. And we also cleaned up the pathway here, which was a mess. And we do still have some stuff we got to get here in the underbrush. Now on that side, I'm doing the cleaning. This side, I cleaned it up a little bit because it was unbearable and I wanted to get something done, but I stopped because I am having goatscaping done, and they should be coming this week. They're going to bring some goats out. They're going to put them on an acre, leave them for the week, and let them clean all of the underbrush out for me. Then I can go in and get rid of a lot of these honeysuckles or whatever, this prickly plant, get rid of all of this stuff. Here, I set up me a base camp because once I'm back here working out of the mosquitoes, I didn't have anywhere to sit down. So I popped my tent up here, made a spot so that I could cop a squat and chill, have some lunch, take a nap, whatever it may be. It's comfortable for me. Now, here's the thing cleaned, which was clean last year, but you can see that compared to it being cleaned up is a lot. But what I also discovered in it is with all of the green stuff up, trying to get those trees out is so hard. So once the goats come through here and basically clean the path that we can see, then we can come in here and do some cutting. Now, when it comes to the trees and stuff, if there's not a weak tree that's coming all the way down, we can't touch those until about October. We don't want to disturb the trees in their growing season. And I learned all of that stuff because I had a forester come out and give me a forest management plan. And he laid out everything, letting me know how the thin trees, how many should be per acre. He identified the trees. Again, that was through USDA. They pay for that service to help me have a healthy forest. If you want to know more about it, I will be happy to do a video, and I'm sure that I will be doing one soon because I want you guys to know if you have property, knowing that there is help out there. You don't have to spend your own money. The environment is everybody's business. So enough with that commercial. Like, subscribe, you know, all that stuff. I don't know what I just saw run across that path. Maybe when I look back at the video, I'll see it. But I saw something, dog it. But it was running, so I guess there's no worry, because I'm going to run from it, and it's going to run from me. Now, this is the area that I originally cleared by hand myself last year, which I don't think I ever put that video out, because that might have been a part of the footage that I lost. But it's a little thinner in there, because I did cut some trees and clean some stuff out. And I also, if you haven't seen my other video, I got my restrooms. This glamp ground will have real restrooms. Each person will have their own restroom. You don't have to share. This restroom will be going back over there on that side of the bridge where I'm going to put that site at. And this one will stay here in this area somewhere, because this is going to be the second site right here. So that bathroom will go here. I dug this path a little bit last year. That's the one thing that I'm waiting on my surveyor to come, so that I can have a proper property line identification, because then I will be fencing off my area over here. I don't care. We need a survey on our property. I don't want to have any problems and it be done. I'll have a recorded document. It's one of those things that it's like insurance. You got to have it, even though you hate to pay for it. So here is a view from the side. And you can see, like I said, it's a little clearer down here. And that's only because I worked this area going up to that site last year. But over here where I didn't work it, and even that way, it's heavy. And the forester let me know, pointing stuff out when we were back here, showing me the stuff that I need to remove and I can remove now, and explaining to me the process. He pointed out the different trees, flowers, poison ivy, showed me everything in pieces. He identified all of the habitat back here, like who lives back here and how much and where they are in different spots. So again, that forest management plan, my mouth dry. That forest management plan is a lifesaver. Oh, let me show you my little base can in here. I just got a water, chair, table, bucket, a little drinky thing that I bring ice out here into. Nothing special right now, because this is just basically calling it base camp. This is my break room, pretty much. I keep my little tent closed up so that nothing can get in here. Oh, were my windows closed? No, they weren't. I got to close these windows and stuff up. I'll come back, because it's supposed to possibly rain. So I need to close those up so I don't get any rain inside. But right there is the other site. You can actually see through here now that we've been clearing. That's the area that we've started to clear in. So you'd be able to see over here to the path, but the other site is going to be all the way over there. So you'll get some privacy out of it. I don't know where I got my hat, my mosquito stuff, everything around me, but I don't have anything on. So that is, I believe that is everything that happened in April and May when it comes to cleaning up and improvements here on the property. Again, let me know in the comments what you think about the farm sign, the direction I'm going in. Let me know what you think about my restrooms. There will be more to come on that as we get those built up for the sites. And especially if you have a farmstead, homestead, land in any shape or form, if you garden or farm on it, if you want to know more about USDA's programs, the cost sharing as well as the grant ones, let me know. Because believe me when I tell you, they have been a help to me. That pollinator garden, they reimbursed me for it. It wasn't much. It was only like $60 worth of seeds. Now, I am going to buy more seeds, but because that area is so small, that is the amount that they cover of it. I was going to buy those seeds anyway. So even if I buy 4 packs, they pay for 1 pack. The forest management plan, they paid the entire fee for that. That forest, or what they gave me, is what is the negotiated price with the forester. They gave me $1,800 and some change for that forester to come out and visit, look at the property, and write the forest management plan. The bigger part of that is writing that plan, and in another video I will show you what that looks like. So now the next thing that I'm going after with them is basically want them to help the high tunnel that's going to go there, as well as a water catchment system to go for the high tunnel, as well as with the other animals and everything on our property. Because the big project that I have been thinking of, we finish our barn and get some gutters on this, the water that comes off of this barn is ridiculous. So if we can get rain catchment put on the back side of this barn, and then we either pump, pipe, who cares, to get it to the backyard and to the animals, that is so much water that comes off of this roof. And with it being a metal roof and not shingles, it's just bunches of water that comes off of there. I'm gonna leave it at, ooh, y'all, I'm tired from walking. I'm old and I'm fat. Goodness gracious. This doggone squirrel is getting on my nerves. He is shaking my birdhouses and knocking the dog. Look at him. Look, we're going to catch him on the birdhouse. Wait, let me get closer so hopefully he don't run, because I want y'all to see him. It is going to be war. He is up on the birdhouse eating the food. All they do is get on top of it. Or maybe you'll see him do it now. Look, there's another one. He will get on top of that thing and bounce and shake the seeds off of there. These doggone squirrels, they something else. Yeah, I'm looking at you. About there. Oh, I think I forgot one thing. Around the front and where we have been planting the different pollinator flowers, we've been putting out sticks to attract dragonflies. And I have been now seeing dragonflies pretty much everywhere. And we simply making sure that there's a wire, or there's even like the sticks that hold up the tomato plants or something, just random sticks, and the dragonflies come and they land on those sticks. So that's another thing that we've been adding, trying to get the pollinators to our yard, whether it's the birds, the dragonflies, and we have to build bat houses because the mosquitoes, there is a problem. So that we are hoping to use the bats and the dragonflies for the mosquitoes. I think that that's really it for now. Thanks for watching Fran at Officially Fran, and catch up with me on the individual project videos. Bye-bye. Don't forget to subscribe. I need to get my following up so that I can get monetized by YouTube.